Well, welcome again to week 4 this time. And we are at Fort Clark Springs. Last time we saw you, we're following along Route 90. And we came across this neat picnic area of the Pecos River Gorge. If you could look, you'll see our highway bridge that we traveled across later. And we liked it so much that we were just kind of hanging out. We were the only people there. So Terry did a little thing, we did a walk, and then we decided we were going to eat some lunch. And of course, we never eat lunch by ourselves because we always have our good buddy, Gus, who likes to eat with us also. From there, we got on Route 90, headed west a little more, came across a thing called the Texas Welcome Center. It's dedicated to Judge Roy Bean, who was the law west of the Pecos. They have this neat little thing that goes around, the walking tour of the western vegetation and wildlife. We didn't take a whole lot of pictures of it, but thought maybe you'd just like to see that it's there. There's a picture of the Chihuahuan Desert Life. From there we moved on, and we came to Canyons RV Park, right next to the mainline train. That train is actually moving, and it's moving fast. And you can see we're set in a canyon, and it was busy all night, but we had a good time there. Then we moved on to Big Bend National Park, farther down southern Texas. One of the highlights of this particular thing, besides these cool views that you see, is they actually have this fossil and dinosaur exhibit where they excavated a lot of dinosaur bones. When you go up to the top of this thing, you get a great view of the valley that they excavated. And then later we took our time, walked around a little bit through the little display that they had, and checked out some of these bones. As we were there, we kept thinking Daniel Griffithon would be having a good time going, oh, cool stuff. But, we can only look at this stuff for so long. And I guess we're looking at it even longer. And then we're going to get back in the RV, and we're going to head on and try to head towards the end of the Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive. This drive went up and down and up again, and the RV was working really hard. But hey, we're still happy hanging out there in the valley. And we kept going until we got to this place that they wanted us to see. It was called Castellon, which is at the end of Ross Maxwell. Well, when we got there, it was just kind of a bummer. As you'll see in a minute, there's like one building that survived this giant fire that they had. Oh, there's somebody out there camping in the middle of nowhere. That's cool. That's the one building that survived so far. So we went all the way on this big, long drive at Ross Maxwell just to see that. After that, we started heading north towards New Mexico. We went through oil country in Texas, and that was quite an experience. Next morning, we got up and went to New Mexico. Nice lady took a picture of the two of us getting there, and Terry took a picture of me arriving in New Mexico, too. From there, we just went a little bit farther, got to Carlsbad Caverns National Park. Really cool park. It's got this great walking tour that's about 2 miles long, and you're supposed to pay to see it, but because we own a senior pass, we get to do it for free. You're going to have to see quite a few pictures here, and there's nothing I can tell you that the pictures don't do it justice. I'm super impressed by the lighting that they put in. We had an audio tour that helped us to understand what we were doing and saying, and explained that the Hollywood lighting expert had come in and lit up all this stuff. So, we had a great time there. And it was way up high. On the way down, we were going to stop and camp at Guadalupe Mountains. Didn't have a lot of time. We got there, the campground was full, so we just took a couple pictures. And we started heading on down south to El Paso. We found this neat little campground. It had a dog park. Happy dog. And when we were sleeping at night, we had a great view of the mountains again. And then you can see that we were all tired. Gus was very tired. Then we moved on to El Paso, Texas, and decided we were going to do our bike trail ride next to the Rio Grande River. As you can see, there is no water there at all. It is dry, dry, dry. It was weird. It's like having a beach where a river should be. But hey, the bike trail was really cool. As we're leaving El Paso, we got some pictures of the wall. Actually, I think this wall was already there. I think that's the one that's been built for a long time. And we got some cool pictures of Mexico as we're going through. There's some writing up on a mountain on the Mexican side. I have no idea what it means. And then we had another picture of the walls. We're going through on the freeway right next to the railroad tracks, which run right next to the wall. Then we got to the best camping spot ever. This is free. This is called Bureau of Land Management. This is Dog Canyon. And in Dog Canyon, you pick out your spot to stay. We found a little spot that we liked right next to the mountains. Tom's drinking a beer and sitting back and going, cool, this is great. And then you get this neat sunset. We came in, and then after it set, surprise, surprise, we had a full moon. And I'm not kidding, you could have gotten out and walked around this canyon, but I don't think I'd want to with the other animals hanging around. Then we had a neat sunrise in the morning. And like I said, the best part of this whole thing was it was free. And, you just can't beat it. So we got up and we moved on, and we are done with this week. Moving on to our next location. We'll send more when we get to the end of this video. Bye-bye.